It's clear that all of you want this diaspora investment initiative to continue. So I've been having a lot of calls behind the scenes. A lot of people are really excited and they're encouraging me to take this initiative on and not give up because of one person. And this means a lot to me because I really had decided that I didn't want to have anything to do with this initiative because I had gone through so much behind the scenes and I was really tired and exhausted. And yet there were people that were trying to derail us. But majority of you really want this to happen. And guess what? I have good news for you because I've decided to really get back into this idea of investing back home with people from the diaspora. And I really want this dream to continue. And rightfully so, because we can't stop this idea because of one person. It doesn't really make sense. So I'm glad to say that I am back. And I'm really, really excited. And for all of you that have called me and have tuned into the live show on Friday with your messages, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. Now, I have great news for you because do you remember that prototype that I did, which is this one right here? This was just an idea of the investor's dashboard because I really want transparency to be the backbone of these investments. I want everyone to be able to see all their documents, the bank statements in real time. And this is what was the design so far. So this was the prototype. I'm sure some of you have seen this. And as you can see, this is just a design in Figma. For those of you who are designers, you know that this is not the real application. But the great news is one of the volunteers behind the scenes, he's really passionate about this project. And he said to me, please don't give up on this. I'm going to continue working and let's make it happen. And you know what? He's been working tirelessly over the weekend, and this is what he's managed to produce. I am really amazed by this. So, as you can see, it's pretty much similar. It's not 100% there, but there's a lot of progress. This is a working application. So, as you can see here, real estate, tourism, farming, energy, we have this over here on the top. But to make this even more exciting, we are going to have a video here, which then talks about the latest updates. So let's say we've invested in, say, real estate. I'm on the ground. Perhaps maybe we're waiting for our title deeds to be processed. This is where I'll be updating everyone via video. Let's say the work has started and everyone wants to see what's happening on the ground. Guess what? On the palm of your hands, you can actually see the work being done on the ground. Isn't that amazing? So you can just focus on working and you will know that your investment is actually taking shape. So this is the idea that we decided. So this is where we're going to have the real-time updates here as to what is going on with each investment. The next thing I want to show you here is, as I mentioned, this is actually working. Now we are going to add some documents in here. So if we click here, you can see there's an option to download the title deed or to view it. Over here, bank statements, there's an option to download and to view it as well. And this will have the latest bank statement so you can see what is in the bank. Over here, we're going to have shareholders agreements and so on, and you'll also be able to view them. So as you can see, this is now working. It's actually on a domain, as you can see here. Now, what I really got excited about is the fact that already, let's say these are your active projects and this is cluster houses and you want to invest or make a payment. All you have to do is to click here, boom. And before you know it, you can enter your amount. So let's say it's $1,000. You add your card number here, month, year, and CVC, confirm investment. And in real time, your dashboard here is going to be updated with the payment that you've just done. I mean, how cool is that? How amazing is that? So this is the type of idea that we want to see. This is what we want to see. So you can actually take a look and monitor what is happening with your investments. If you're in multiple investments, no problem. If you take a look here at the top, you can see if you go to the agricultural tab, there's nothing here because there's no active projects. If you go again to tourism, there will be nothing there because there's no active projects that you're involved in. Same thing applies with energy. There's nothing there. So we're going to be working on this tirelessly and make sure that this is working great. Now, as you can see, this is early days, but one thing I can tell you is I think this is going to be great for anyone who wants to invest in whatever industry or whatever sector you want to go into. And this is one of those steps which are very, very important, and we need to nail this before we can even move forward, because transparency and accountability is very, very important, especially when you deal with money. And I will repeat this and say, we cannot start this project until everything is in place and all the things that are needed for us to be compliant are all in place. So we're going to start with very small numbers. Perhaps maybe I'm thinking 100 investors on the first project. I'm not sure what it is yet. Right now, I'm just trying to find the pricing and the size of the land and so on and so forth. But the overall idea is with the first project, those investors should have a sectional deed or title deed for whatever house we build in a gated community or at this tourism place that we're thinking of doing. So like I said, we're not 100% yet sure what exactly we're going to be going into, but I can tell you right now it's going to be in real estate because it's easier to manage and easier to monitor. And we're also going to have a system where people will register with as much details as we need to verify everything before anyone can be accepted to be an investor. But the dream is on, and I'm really, really excited that, it's back on track. And without, your help and your support, this thing would have died anyway. So thank you very much for resurrecting this. Finally, if any one of you has been approached by anyone regarding investments or collecting money using the names Ruwa Organic or Augustine, please go ahead and call Action Fraud. This is the National Fraud and Cybercrime Reporting Center. That's the number right there on the screen. I have a crime reference, and I've also been just emailed to say that this case has been escalated. So they are looking deeper into this as to what happened with my WhatsApp group and what is happening behind the scenes. I've given the authority to monitor it and see everything that is happening behind the scenes in terms of messages or maybe any fraud that is trying to happen behind the scenes. Anyway, guys, I thought I'll just give you this update and at least let you know what is happening. I will be making announcements very soon, so just bear with me. Today is only Sunday, and I know you're all eager to know what is happening. I will be updating you very, very soon. Anyway, guys, this is the opportunity for us to invest back in our country. Our country needs investors. Of course, you can hear time and time again that, we need to build our own country. And I think this is the opportunity to do this, but we have to do it right. We have to do it with the right system in place and the right documentation and compliancy. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care.